Thank you for joining me on an off night, off time. Yes, Shay and Skylar are behind me, so don't mind me if I turn into mom mode for just a second. It's gonna be a fun family weekend coming up. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go through some announcements. I don't think we have any new people here. But if you are newer, I'll go through some announcements, some tips, and then go through the educational piece as it relates to our daily habits task board this week. And at the end, if there's any questions on anything, feel free to ask and let me know. As far as announcements go, assessments will be completed by tomorrow morning. Something that I did want to touch on was the fiber. So a lot of people are struggling with fiber. I've talked about this with a number of you one-on-one, but if you do find yourself struggling with hunger, energy, digestion issues, it's likely going to be someone who doesn't get enough fiber in their daily nutrition. Is that everybody? No. But it is a very common occurrence, and the first thing that I'll probably address with you if I see that we're lacking in that department. So getting fiber up per day through whole food, so not supplements, not protein bars, not tortillas, then that is going to be very, very helpful to help with that hunger, with that energy, with better digestion. Fiber from protein bars, from tortillas, things like that is going to be better than nothing, but it's not going to be our most effective or efficient option. So a lot of you struggle to hit that fiber if you're on a prefers fats plan and your carbs are only around 100 grams a day. So if that's the case, I really recommend chia seeds, flax seeds, avocado, Brussels sprouts. Those are going to be really great options that are going to help boost fiber, and they're higher in fats than they are in carbs. So those are going to be some of your good go-to options if you're on that plan and really trying to fix some of those issues. Now, if you are on prefers both, or you have more carbs, then you can really do whatever fiber-rich carbs you want to. Some of my favorites, carrots, berries, chickpeas, beans. Those are all going to be great higher carb options. But really, like I was saying, tortillas, protein bars with added fiber, they're not near as effective as whole food fiber at doing those jobs in your body. So if you're hitting your fiber goal, but we're doing it with tortillas every day, let's take a different look and see if we can approach that differently and help you feel better through those whole food options. I also did just come up, or a few of us came up with a couple of ideas for the Invest coaching topics next month. So Kenzie sent over one that I thought was awesome, and it's called snacker sizing. So we're going to do that one for one. I love that. That was so good. And then Jamie and Jenna helped me decide on another one that is going to be the do not disturb on your phone. So it's going to be all about improving focus, reducing distraction. We're also going to do putting the fork down between every single bite. So you're going to help improve digestion. You're going to help reduce cravings. And then the last one is going to be stop up talking, which is going to end up boosting confidence. And this one is one that I'm super guilty of. And every time I do it, I feel it, and then I can't go back and change it. But if you're curious about those topics, you want to know what they are, you want to learn more about them, they're going to be in that Invest group, and they're going to be our September topics. So I'm really excited for those. Aside from that, a couple of things I thought maybe this would be fun to include in here when I read new books. Some newer reads that I think are really, really helpful for anybody that's newer or wants to take on some of these same topics. I'm really focusing in on hormonal balance as well as training around your cycles, perimenopause, menopausal stuff. I'm reading really deep into that stuff. And a couple of the books that I'm reading right now that are super beneficial for breaking it down and helping it make sense with really applicable information is Roar and Next Level by Stacy Sims. So really enjoying those books. They're very easy reads, lots of really easily digestible information. Bring a highlighter would be my best suggestion, so you can start applying some of those pieces to yourself as you go through them. Let's see. Aside from that, the only other announcements that I have is just the normal. Please continue sharing posts, podcasts, group stuff, the app as you wish and as you see it fits. Please also keep sending over any order numbers. Those are also super, super helpful for me. If you are making orders for 1st Phorm stuff, I ask that you do so through me, and that is extremely helpful. And then the last one that I really wanted to remind you of is don't forget about the sample packs. They are absolutely perfect to try tons of different flavors of options while they're on the go this fall and with kids to their events and practices and games and choir practice and you are basically the human limousine, right? That is what we are now. So if you want to try easy on the go options and you want to have a variety of flavors to try, check out the sample pack options. We've got level 1 bars, Power Pro bars, vegan Power Pro bars, level ones, all the things. So try it out, see what you think. If you have any questions, let me know. As far as tonight's topic goes, we're talking all about the ripple effect. So the definition of a ripple effect is a gradually spreading effect or influence, or the effect of one event setting off other events in an unexpected way. So I feel like it's really important to touch on this because as we'll talk through this and kind of go through some examples, is your choice won't only affect your mood and how you move forward through the day, it's going to affect the people that you come in direct contact with. So the people you work with, the people you see at school, the people that you live with. But then it's also going to affect the people that each one of those individuals sees and comes in contact with, and so on and so forth. So the ripple continues to go out and beyond. So it can be a positive or it can be a negative. They start with your immediate interpretations or interactions with yourself and the people in your direct environment. So when you wake up and you have a negative thought about yourself, which so many people do in here, unfortunately, we're working on that. But when you look in the mirror or you are getting dressed or something happens, you have all these negative thoughts about you, and maybe you're a little bit short with someone else, you lash out towards the people that you see or you're closest with, then those people can be impacted. So that might be your spouse, it might be your kids, it might be your coworker, your neighbor. But when you have that like negative interaction with yourself, then you have a negative interaction with somebody else because you have a short temper and they got on your last nerve. Now all of a sudden they had a negative interaction with you and now they're a little bit upset and rattled. And then they go on to, lashing out, maybe not, but having a poor attitude or not as positive or being upset about something easier throughout their day. And it really bleeds into making more poor decisions throughout the day. Could even lead into, long-term substance abuses, car accidents, overeating. Somebody gets really, really upset. They get in the car, like maybe you're upset with yourself. You get in an argument with your spouse. They get in the car. Somebody gets in a car accident, right? It can bleed into stuff like that. And that's a pretty drastic example, but it can and has happened. So if we stop treating ourselves so crappy, it can absolutely turn around and it can help keep other people much safer if we all just keep our cool and keep our poop in a group. So that's something I really, really want to touch on, right? Because it can really have these drastic measures in a poor way if we don't keep control of the way that we start our day and treating ourselves. That is going to be the first and most important step, is how we treat ourselves. So it can get really out of hand really fast. It only takes that one, poor decision, that one rude comment to someone that's struggling or feeling of rejection to make things so much worse. But on the other hand of things, the positive ripples go just as quickly. They aren't talked about near as much, which is unfortunate, but the positive ripples, the positive effects absolutely do still spread just as quickly as negative ones do. So when you build confidence and have clarity and happiness about the person that you are becoming, the person or that you are wanting to become, then you're more likely to smile more. You're more likely to pass out more compliments more. You're more likely to find more solutions, less complaining, less blaming. You're going to improve your direct environment a lot more. Maybe we encourage our kids a lot more. Maybe yell at them less. Hi, calling myself out on that one. But then, maybe if we send our kids off to school smiling instead of upset because we lost our crap on them about something, then with that being the case, maybe they're a little bit more confident going into a test. Maybe they're listening to their teachers more. Maybe they're arguing with their peers less. All these things, start to bleed into it. Maybe they treat another student that was being left out a little bit nicer or include them a little bit more. More positive experiences for kids at school can only be better and better. And this is just one example. The same kind of ripple that's positive can go the same way, for having a nice conversation and a genuine compliment for your spouse before he goes to work. And then he gets to work and then he sends a nice another compliment to one of his people there. And it just spreads that good feeling. Does it always go that well? Is it always well received? Is it always going to be a fix all? No, but it's certainly going to make more of a positive impact, and it's certainly going to make less of a negative impact than just being negative all the time or always being hard on yourself and taking it on everyone around you. So it all starts with you, is what I want you to truly understand. Every single day, it starts with you, your intentions, your thoughts, your thought patterns about you. And your energy is going to breed more and more of the same energy. When you're having a bad day, have you ever noticed that you keep on getting more and more bad things on your plate, right? Like, I feel upset about things today, so let's go ahead and stub my toe and accidentally drop a plate and spill my coffee on the way out the door. All those things start to add up and you go, well, today is just not my damn day. But it doesn't have to be like that. When you have negative thoughts and negative energy, it's going to keep on pulling more of that negativity towards you. You're trying to move through things faster. You get more clumsy, whatever. That's probably why you stubbed your toe and you dropped your coffee. It's not because you're having a bad day and you have bad luck. It's because you're trying to rush through something and you were flustered and you ended up doing that. So take a deep breath. Understand that not just because something didn't go the right way doesn't mean the rest of the day has to go poorly. It doesn't mean that we have to treat everyone else in our direct environment poorly. It certainly doesn't mean that we need to treat ourselves poorly. When you do feel yourself having a bad day, though, or you're in a poor mood, because people, I have been dealing with this lately. Okay. What I'll say is some things that really do help. Saying something with gratitude or writing something down that's gratitude. You don't even have, it doesn't have to be profound. It could be like, I'm so grateful that it rained yesterday. We needed the rain. Right. Or, I'm so grateful that I have healthy kids, even though they drive me crazy. Right. I'm so grateful that I have some of the best friends in the entire world and they happen to help me coach. Right. Like that is so amazing. And I'm so fortunate for it. So saying something that you're grateful for is absolutely perfect. High five yourself in the mirror. Right. If you haven't listened to Mel Robbins' podcast about high-fiving yourself in the mirror, or you haven't read her book, The High Five Habit, definitely a good read, a good one to do. High-fiving yourself in the mirror has been shown time and time again to really improve that positive impact, positive mindset with yourself. We can also look at genuinely complimenting someone else. So if you see someone walking through the store and you love their shoes, tell them that you love their shoes or something like that. Or say like, my gosh, I love your haircut today, to the lady that's working at the cashier's register. Whatever it is, a genuine compliment, give it to someone and it will help improve that environment that much more. Okay. Now, control something, even if it's small. Okay. So if your whole day feels like it's out of sorts and it's out of whack, what can you control? Can you stand? Can you go for a walk? Can you get a breath of fresh air for just a minute? Can you be grateful for something? Can you pass on the cake in the teacher's lounge and choose a different option? What can you control? Control something small and it will help. Practice deep breathing. I absolutely love deep breath box breathing. It absolutely helps a ton to actually activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is one of our invest topics coming up. And it will actually help activate your rest and digest system, which only helps you, rest, digest a little bit easier. It helps calm things down, lowers your heart rate down, lowers blood pressure down, helps you just breathe through the moment. So box breathing is absolutely fantastic for all of those things. Getting some sunlight, if you can get outside into some natural sunlight, even for a few minutes, absolutely effective. And then grounding is a big one too. Put your feet in the grass, go out in the grass, walk around the yard, avoid dog poop if you can. That's all going to be great things. But really the decisions and the way that you treat yourself and those closest to you can have massive impacts on people that you don't even know. The better that we can be, the better the society can be, which is so important right now. But the daily habits this week go right along with all of this. So genuinely compliment someone else today, genuinely compliment yourself today, and listen to or read something that made you think or learn today. So that's what we have this week. Hopefully these daily habits are going well so far. It's only been a couple of days. But let me know, do you have questions on this, on anything else at all that I can help you guys with? Everybody's good. The kids did so well with not being quiet.
He kept sticking a rock on my pants.
There, that's nice. That's super. I hope you all heard that. Okay. Well, I'm so glad somebody's laughing. That's great news. Okay, I'm gonna let you all go. I love you guys. Have a great evening. Peace out, everybody.